Hi guys, you're tuned into another Rappler Live Jam. My name is Amanda, and just so you know, our guest tonight has a very beautiful soul, and he may be leaving soon, but not before he performs in concert tomorrow night and plays a song for us in a bit, so stick around because your time will definitely not be wasted. Everybody, give it up for Jesse McCartney.
Very good.
Yeah,
Very, very good.
I had to do it.
That's
Like,
great. You're missing like 55 songs,
I
but
know.
I didn't want the intro to be that long. That's
If
good.
yeah,
You,
if I
you
did it,
kept
we'll
it
be here
nice and
all
short
night.
and sweet. It was great.
I picked the best ones.
You did. How are you?
I'm good. How are you? You've been
Doing well.
promoting all day.
Promoting all day, but we saved the best for last.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
And a day before your concert too.
Yeah.
So, how's Manila been?
So far, so good. I haven't had the chance to really explore all of the city, but tomorrow I think I'm going to have some time before the show. But so far, everyone's been super nice and sweet, and
Yay.
been at radio and doing a promo all day. And I'm really looking forward to the show tomorrow night. Obviously, it's my first time here in the Philippines, and can't wait to meet all the fans.
Yeah. So, like you said, it's your first time here.
Yeah.
Why did you decide to come to Manila?
Well, I mean, to be totally honest, I knew that there were a lot of fans here when we look at Spotify and we look at Facebook and Instagram, and people from the Philippines just hit me up all the time. And now that I am in my own artist and I'm independent, I can do whatever I want, really. I said last year, you know what, we're going to Southeast Asia, we're going to go to the Philippines, go to Vietnam, Singapore. We're going to hit all the countries and do some shows and see what happens.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that we did, because the fans here seem like they're really excited for the show.
Yeah, we all are. I
Good,
think.
good. Are you going to come? You better come.
Yeah, okay.
I'll save you a ticket.
Okay, I'll go. So good job, fans, for
Yeah.
getting Jesse to come
Yeah.
here. So Jesse, I think many people would consider you to be an iconic musician of the 2000s.
Oh, that's very nice.
How does it feel to be the icon of a generation?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know yet. But I can tell you that I love what I do. I love making music, and I'm certainly not even close to being finished. To me, like, I feel like I'm just getting to the good stuff. I feel like I'm just getting started and writing my best music right now. So it's just nice that I have a fan base that's been so loyal, that
Yeah.
allows me to do this for so long. Because often in pop music, you don't get that sort of loyalty from any particular group of fans, and they've proven that theory wrong.
Yeah. Was it at all challenging to introduce new music, considering your old stuff is so well loved?
Well, I mean, it's hard to compare the old and the new. They all have their place, I think, in the world, and I think the new stuff is just it's on my timeline, and I'm in a new place right now.
Right.
I'm on a whole new stage, and I feel like what I'm writing right now is sort of reflecting where I'm at in my life, both publicly and privately, and I think as my fans grow older with me, they can relate. So it's good, yeah.
And you released your new stuff, Better With You and
Yeah.
Wasted. These are your
Wasted.
two new songs.
Yeah,
You released it, it came several years after your last album.
like 4 and a
Yeah.
half years. Yeah.
So what made you decide to go back
Take-
to the music scene?
Well, I mean, I'm never gonna walk away from music permanently. I don't think. But for me, I just needed some time off. I was doing other things. I was acting quite a bit and doing some writing and just exploring other artistic avenues. And I didn't realize that 4.5 years had gone by, to be honest with
Right.
you. Like, my whole team called and they were like, "Hey, you gonna do some more music, or what's going on?" Yeah, I think it's important that I've been at this since I was 15 doing music, and I never really took any big break. So for me,
Yeah.
that was a chance for me to sort of explore, find myself a little bit, explore hobbies that I wanted to get around to that I never had a chance to, and eventually, music is still my first love, and I knew I would get back to it at some point, and
Right.
I'm happy that that we're doing it.
So what was it like when you finally jumped back into it?
I mean, it was a little scary. I don't think I realized, I was sort of unsure of how the fans were going to react since it had been so long. And I feel like Better With You gave me the best chance. I felt like that song was the perfect song to come back into the marketplace with, and to sort of reconnect with my fans. It was the right sentiment. I feel like musically and sonically, it was very reminiscent of some of my earlier stuff, and
Yeah.
just felt like a great, feel good record to come back into the game with.
Yeah. So your new stuff, it sounds very much still Jesse McCartney, but it's different. So how did you, I don't know, work out that evolution where you sound different?
I mean, I think that at the end of the day, my voice is my voice. I can't really change that, right? So I think that's I'm hoping what people connect with the most. But I think the writing has just become I've gotten a little bit more perspective over the years than I had when I was 16 years old. I've been in more relationships. I've seen the world at this point. I've just learned a lot more about life, and it allows you to become a stronger songwriter. So, while still maybe sounding similar, the stories have changed over the years, and that's what I'm focusing on in terms of my songwriting.
So more mature stuff, I
Sure.
guess. Yeah. The song you're gonna play for us tonight. This one is called "Wasted."
Yeah.
I'm so
Speaking of
excited to hear
mature,
it. Yeah.
I'm gonna play a song called "Wasted."
I don't think the preteen girls of the 2000s would have related to the song very much.
No, but they
back then.
totally get it now.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. So what inspired this song?
I was in LA working with a songwriter friend of mine. We actually wrote "Better with You" together, and we were at his apartment, and it was a really hot summer day, not nearly as hot as Manila, but very hot for us LA people. And his air conditioning had broken down, and we were just kind of tired. And he had a 6-pack of beer in the fridge, and he was like, "Let's have a couple beers, see what happens." And we wrote "Wasted," and we wrote it very quickly. It happened in a couple hours,
Wow.
but it was just like a hot summer day at his place, and just a couple of guys writing and drinking beer together, and we wrote this fun sort of tongue-in-cheek record about a booty call.
Yeah. And the video as well. Like, tell us about that. Why?
The video was inspired by a skit that I did for Funny or Die, a comedy skit where I play myself, my manager, and my manager's assistant, and it's the three of us in a room talking about my career, and I'm talking to myself, and the skit, it sort of went viral among the comedy community and among the Funny or Die people, and it felt like it was something special, and I thought to myself, like, maybe we should apply this to a music video, and there was no better song than "Wasted," which already had this sort of fun, lighthearted feel to it. And it was just a chance and an opportunity for me to sort of explore my comedy bone and play a bunch of different characters. And my girlfriend was in the video too, which made it so much fun. And yeah, it was just, it was one of those things that I'm really proud that I actually did, because it's a part of my personality. I feel like a lot of people have never seen in the past.
Comedy side.
Yeah.
Of you. Yeah. Well, if you guys haven't seen the video, you should.
Yeah.
It's really funny.
Yeah.
So now that you're making music in the era of social media, does it affect at all how you write your songs? Like getting instantaneous feedback from your fans?
I don't think it affects the songwriting aspect. It affects the business aspect in terms of like what we decide we're going to release or what we're going to throw our time, money, and energy behind. The good news about social media is that I can immediately get an answer from my fans of whether or not they like a song. So if I put something out or I play it live, for instance, on stage, and it hasn't been released, you can kind of get a gauge from them whether or not they're really into it. There's one song that I play live that hasn't been released that they keep asking for, and one song that I play live that they don't ask for at all.
Right.
So I kind of know, like, okay, that's a good song to maybe put out, and maybe this one isn't. So it's just a good marketing tool more than anything. And it's also really just nice to interact with them one-on-one. I answer a lot of direct messages, and I try to interact with them as much as I can. And it's totally changed music.
Right. And of course, because you see your fans on social media, they get you to come all the way here.
They really, that's true. They really were responsible for getting me down here. So
Yeah. So now that you are releasing new music and you're here, and are you going anywhere else?
So I
after the
leave
Philippines?
for Singapore. Tomorrow night is my show at the New Frontier Theater, right, at 8 o'clock. And then Sunday morning, right after the show, I'm flying to Singapore, and I have a show in Singapore on Sunday, and then back to the U.S.
Wow, that's so
Yeah.
tiring.
Yeah,
A musician's life.
it's
No
worth it.
rest. Yeah. So what else can we expect from you in the future?
So when I finish up the Asian leg of this tour, I'm gonna go back home and hopefully write a few more songs. I've been in the studio the last couple months, and write a few more, and hopefully put out a full-length album either by the end of this year or early next.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's so exciting.
Yeah.
All of us here are gonna be waiting for that.
Good.
And
Good.
on that note, I think
Let's do it. Should we
it's
sing
time.
something?
Yeah.
Let's do it. Yep. The phone rings, already know who's calling, but every time it's after 2, it ain't you, it's the champagne talking, saying, baby, when you coming through, you like to call me when you're high. End of the party, I'm your guy. The thing is, I do this every night, and I don't wanna come off impatient, but you only call when you're wasted. Ooh, you only call when you're wasted. Yeah, you only call when you're wasted. See, I wait for the day you tell me you'll see me in the afternoon. Don't get me wrong, I love our late night evenings, but that ain't all I want from you. You like to call me when you're high. End of the party, I'm your guy, yeah. The thing is, I do this every night, and I don't wanna come off impatient, but you only call when you're wasted. You only call when you're wasted. You only call when you're wasted. Whoa. You only call when you're wasted. You like to call me when you're high. And baby, trust me, that's alright, yeah. 'Cause I will answer every time. But we should be taking these places, and you only call when you're. I don't wanna come off impatient, but you only call when you're. As much as I love when you're naked, you only call when you're. You only call when you're wasted. Yeah, you only call when you're wasted. Whoa, you only call when you're wasted. Ooh, said you only call when you're. You only call when you're wasted. Thank you, guys.